Well, we're live. Another episode, guys. We're live. Another episode. Exciting to have you here, guys. Black History Month. Yeah, more important than ever before. And there's a lot of debate about its validity, its necessity, and of course we need to understand it. Well, some want to say Black History Month or Black History is American history, but if no one recorded the history, or if they recorded it and eliminated it, erased it, changed it, or mitigated it, or ignored it, then it's not history. It's fable, legend, gossip. Garrett Morgan was a real person. He really did create what we know as a three-light stop sign, a stoplight. There are hundreds and thousands of contributions that people of color made to the United States of America that are buried. There are also things that we've learned through acts of heroism, tragedies, scandals, and all these other things. Some pretty, some not, but history is history, and it's impossible to ignore the Civil War and all those things that came with it. So yeah, we have a situation here where not only should black folks learn black history, but everyone should learn history of America that is totally inclusive of contributions for African Americans, as they should with others that have been mitigated. And that's where we are. So just today, I want to go Hollywood, though. So I want to start with this person, taken from one of my favorite publications, The Hollywood Reporter. So the lady that I'm going to show you is a record-breaking, hit-making film and TV producer. And she's done some legendary work and continues to do so. And she's a Hollywood icon. She's probably one of the first black women outside of Oprah to really have a say what goes on at the studio. Do you know who this woman is? Who is she? Come on, you guys can guess who this is. Shonda Rhimes. Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to mention her first as a history maker of today from Hollywood is because she has done some astounding things. 3 years into her industry-changing mega deal. I'll tell you about that in a future show. Shonda Rhimes opens up about her final days at ABC, her work at Netflix, and other groundbreaking projects that she's done. And believe me, these projects have been amazing. One of the most successful women in the history of Hollywood happens to be black. A great writer, showrunner, and Shonda Rhimes, okay? I'll give you a full show on that in the next week or two. But here's another one. And this is a guy, total legend, spectacular athlete, spectacular actor, orator, rock star, superstar, sex symbol, superhero star, supported not only by Phylicia Rashad, Ahmad Rashad, but also through the university system, Howard University, and on to one of the prestigious schools in acting, supported by Denzel Washington. He has played every hero just about in culture. James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, wow, Jackie Robinson, and then King T'Challa. And many of these roles, and dozens more, happened while he was fighting colon cancer. You know who I'm talking about. This Black History Month episode is dedicated to the one and only and this, as we know, is Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, a legend before his time, absolutely spectacular talent, took Hollywood by storm, and then he was gone. But you know what? This is why we have to tell stories, okay? That's why we have to tell stories. Thank you, Hollywood Reporter, for telling this story, by the way. It was a brilliant story. But this guy comes from a small town in South Carolina with a dream and loads of talent. Who would think that he would go to an HBCU like Howard be discovered and become one of the top actors of all time. The numbers of his box office films are outrageous. And if you haven't seen the second Wakanda movie, please go see it. All right, guys, so look, I've taken your time this episode, History Makers, Black History Month Makers in Hollywood, episode 1 live. I'll be doing more stuff live and each week, and I'll also be making sure that we cover these items on the LMG networks. Couple quick shout outs before we go. North Miami Beach Councilwoman Commissioner Danielle John. Okay, she had an amazing event honoring some of us men in media, myself included. And I can't name all the names, but believe me, they were all amazing, tremendous human beings. And so, Daniela, you in the city of North Miami Beach gets big props for recognizing us that are out here telling stories and educating and informing and entertaining people through our craft. So thank you to you. GMCVB, hey, come to Miami 365 days a year. Be sure to go to their website, the Greater Miami Chamber, the Greater Miami Conventions and Visitors Bureau. Yeah, we'll get with the chamber later. Miami-Dade Transit, make sure that you try the bus systems. New buses online, 75 buses coming online, all electric, Wi-Fi. You got to get around. You got to get smart now, guys. It's a new world. Use public transportation. And if you have problems or new opportunities, let us know. And of course, FAMU Mary, educating everyone on legal use of marijuana and cannabis. So those are my shout outs for our partners, our friends. And also want to shout out to Mayor Daniela Levine Cava for her recent State of the County address, outlining a very, very optimistic and achievable future that includes those buses and lots more. All right, guys, so I'm going to get off now. Be sure that you follow me on Twitter or Instagram at Tony C. Lassane. All right, and hit me up with a message. Tell me what you think. If you have a Black History Month theme that you want me to touch on, educate and entertain some folks beyond these two great people. These two. You have some more? Let me know. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's this episode of The Tony Lassane Show on Facebook. Be cool, be good, and as always, I'm going to hit this button and end the show.